Oh, shit.
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff. Ah.
We're just dancing.
You ready?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Peter Barber here, professional opera singer and music producer, and I hope you're excited for the fifth and final part of this first part of this larger journey of checking out Epic the Musical. This is the last video in the Troy Saga, I believe. This is the fifth one, Warrior of the Mind. So I've done the first four. Those are already up on my channel if you're watching this, unless part 4 and 5 are together in one video, TBD. You will obviously know. I don't currently know. Figured that out with my video editor and manager. But guys, this has been a really fun journey to dive into this really cool music and all this fan animation with you guys. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've learned a lot. Please do continue to like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, and of course, if I'm really bringing a lot to your musical experience, my Patreon is the best way to support me for as little as $1 a month. For real, it keeps the lights on. So check out the Patreon. And without further ado, guys, let's check it out. Warrior of the Mind, part 5 of the Troy Saga. And the animation's by Mercy, I believe. Right, we've just left these little creatures on the island.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you?
Oh, shit.
Athena!
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you.
So sick. I love the complete flip to like the negative in the animation. It's perfect for what's happening here. I love the piano running happening. I love that we get a female vocalist in here as well. I think it's the first female vocalist we've heard on the album so far. The voice of Athena. Very cool. And I love we get this uplifter to kind of bring us into the song, and then we get this kind of chopped effect leading into the drop or the downbeat of this first verse. Very nice, EDM style.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you?
Listen to that crazy piano.
Athena!
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you.
We also, again, we get this synthy electronic choir sound that Jorge loves to use and loves to throw into the foundation of this music, where it's voices, it's human voice. Well, it might not be human voices. It totally might be synthetically produced. I have plenty of samples that I use in Ableton Live if I'm going for a certain effect, where it is synthetically produced human voices, and almost intentionally they don't sound exactly like human voices because AI and other devices, other systems can do that now. They're supposed to sound kind of synthetic and robotic in a way. And it really, and I've talked about this before in this series, it really bridges the gap from the old world to the new, right? This is mythology about ancient Greece, but with like synthesizers and sampling and modern day instruments combined with like war drums and some plucked instruments that they would have had, you know, some semblance of back then. So it's a very cool combo of all those things. And this part right here, I just love this movement, this piano movement, just running all over the place.
To turn off your heart, this is not you. I see you changing from how I've designed you.
All right, so now we get the kick drum driving us forward, and the piano part's the same. I don't know what it actually is. I can't sing it, but when the next verse comes in and the kick comes in, it goes up an octave. It just jumps an octave. And so already that's a technique, an arrangement technique used to like enhance and augment and kind of increase intensity in a song. Love it.
I see you changing from
Now it's just higher.
how I've designed you. Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you. Goddess of wisdom, master of war. My life has one mission: create the greatest warrior. I had a chance.
It's just wild. So there's some production things I absolutely love. One is the transition between section to section. There's almost always a little bit of an uplifter, like a shh, and then an impact happening on the downbeat that just perfectly masks the transition from one to the next. I do it all the time on every song on my upcoming album called Metamorphosis. It comes out May 17th. If you guys want to check it out, would love that. It'll be on all streaming services. So risers and impacts are a great way to kind of mask a transition from one section to the next. Great use of that here. The other thing I love about this song is that the piano is a very main feature. It's not just a background instrument in this song as it often is. It is very much featured almost as clearly as the voice. I mean, it's almost like a duet between voice and this movement in the piano, and underneath is just a kick drum, at least in this next section. So really cool to hear the piano featured so heavily.
You, goddess of wisdom,
Listen to that.
master of war. My life has one mission: create the greatest warrior. I had a challenge.
It's the kind of thing where if you took the voice away, it would still be a really cool piano piece with just that kick drum and the virtuosic piano.
Warrior. I had a challenge, a test of skill, a magic bar only the best could kill. One day a boy came for the thrill, a boy whose mind rivaled the bar's own will. Let's go!
All right, so we get more in-depth movement in the drums, and something I love, she starts talking about the mysticism and kind of magic, right? And we get flutes. We get a lower flute in the left ear first, and then we get a much higher flute in the right ear. And flutes and lutes and instruments like that they have their place solidly in Greek mythology, whether it's like a satyr playing a flute of some kind, or God, I'm not gonna be able to think of anything off the top of my head. There are flutes of all sorts in ancient Greece and Greek mythology. And it was supposedly like a mystical instrument with mystical powers, basically, ways to summon creatures and things like that. So very cool when she starts talking about the magic element of who she is, Athena, the goddess of wisdom, that flutes come into the mix.
A test of skill.
Right here, ready?
I had a challenge, a test of
Listen in your left
a
ear.
magic bar only the best would kill.
And then right ear. Yeah.
Came for the thrill, a boy whose mind rivaled the bar's own will. Let's go! Maybe one day he'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know he'll change the world, 'cause he is a warrior of the night.
This may be the first time we're getting brass instruments. Trumpets, trombones, whatever's happening here. I think this is the first time we're getting brass in this musical. And again, it has a kind of electronic sound to it. It sounds like sampled brass instruments. All of this sounds sampled. It could be. It's buried so deeply in the mix, which is the beauty of burying instruments deep in the mix if they're not actually played, because it gets harder and harder to tell the more they're combined with the rest of the atmosphere and soundscape. But it sounds like sampled brass instruments. But I think this is the first time we hear brass in this whole series.
Rival the bar's own will. Let's go! Maybe one day he'll follow me and we'll make a
With this kick drum, just
then they'll see I know he'll change the world, 'cause he is a warrior of the night. Maybe one day I'll reach him and we can build his skills as I teach him. If there's a problem, he'll have the answer. He is a warrior of the night.
there's another cool moving piano part that comes in the second half of this anthem style chorus. It sounds very, very much like a pop anthem.
One day I'll
Right here.
of the night.
And
Maybe one day I'll reach him
like a modified piano of some kind. It's not the piano we heard featured earlier. It's a different kind of piano-like sound.
Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you.
How can you see through my spell?
I was lying.
I love the way it shifts from like pop anthem, like very upbeat, to like dark pop, dark electronic, almost some elements of like dubstep. Obviously not the big bass growls and stuff like that, but some of the cool sound design and soundscape creation that is used by dubstep producers. I also produce dubstep. You'll hear a little bit of that on the album. Anyway, like dark electronic. It's really cool to hear this shift from like this anthem, like, oh, we're dancing, like 4 on the floor, we're at the club, we're on the beach, whatever, tropical house, like in the last song, to like dark, right? Dark and mysterious. Totally different.
Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you.
How can you see through my spell?
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff.
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
A flat. Jorge loves the A flat. He's got a lot of really nice high A flats throughout this whole album so far.
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
They're singing the same notes, right? He's repeating exactly what she's doing, and it's cool to hear how different it sounds in a female voice versus a male voice. The female voice, it sounds so easy, right? Because her voice is going to naturally be sitting higher, most likely. And you can tell him it's more yelly. Like, he's got to stretch his vocal folds more to reach those notes. But they are singing the same thing. It sounds almost like she's singing lower than him, but they're actually singing the same notes.
How can you see through my spell?
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff.
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
Nice try, but two can play this game.
Nah, don't be modest, I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest, you are Athena. Badass in the arena, unmatched, witty and queen of the best strategies we've seen.
If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Sounds like a plan, goddess and man, best is a friend.
He'll see where it ends.
Okay.
We do get more of a kick snare here with some snaps, I believe, in the background. I love how it goes into this, like, Athena's a badass anthem. It's like part singing, part rap, but very text-driven, right? Oh, I forgot to put these on again. I did that in the last video, too. Very text-driven. I love the balance between, it's like, where is it singing? Where is it rapping? Where is it speaking on pitch? A lot of gray area there, right? Hard to define these things, so it's cool to get that genre blend. Style blend.
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
Nice try, but two can play this game.
Nah, don't be modest, I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest, you are Athena. Badass in the
He puts a little growl on Athena. He puts a little growl in his voice.
So let's be honest, you are Athena. Badass in the arena, unmatched, witty and queen of the best strategies we've seen.
If you're looking
Piano
for
still
a
heavily
mentor,
featured.
I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Sounds like a plan, goddess and man, best is a friend.
He'll see where it ends.
Okay.
Maybe one day they'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll
See, now it's back to a pop anthem. We're just dancing.
We are the warriors of the mind. Maybe one day we'll reach them and we can.
It's so good. It really just feels. I mean, I've been to a number of of music festivals and electronic music festivals, and this just feels like all 50,000 people in the crowd are just like grooving along. You know, everyone's best friends. You're just vibing. You're just vibing, baby. So this is cool. This is like vibing, like, you know, pop, progressive house music, whatever, but with like the theme of ancient Greece. It's dope. Greek mythology.
Tomorrow, then they'll see I know we'll change the world, 'cause we are the warriors of the mind. Maybe one day we'll reach them and we can build their
Nice two-part harmony.
we teach them if they
And listen, there's that secondary cool piano that comes in that's, again, going all over the place.
maybe one day we'll reach them and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the mind.
I love them doing that harmony together. Mind. They're staying like probably a third apart. I don't actually know how the harmony's structured, but cool to hear that movement in their voice at the same time.
The warriors of the mind.
I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind.
Up to tenor high B. That is the highest note in chest voice we've heard in this entire series. It does come from our Athena, so it's a little different coming from her than from him, but even so, that's our highest pure chest note so far.
Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind. Don't disappoint me.
Yay! Ah. Cool. So that was what happened when he caught the apple, I guess. Oh man, this is so fun. This has been so fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love the heavy piano feature on this one. I love getting the duet between Odysseus and Athena. That was really awesome. I love the dark pop, the dark cinematic, even a little, some of the sound effects, not the meat of the piece, but some of the sound effects have dubsteppy elements to them. Cool to hear brass, cool to hear a lot of, this is a really good finish to this saga. I think this is the end of this saga. So hope you guys enjoyed, hope you learned something. I bet you did. Bet you noticed something about the music you hadn't heard before. That's the whole goal here. So if I enhanced your experience, consider joining my Patreon. Otherwise, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you at some point for more Epic the Musical. Please leave comments and suggestions below. Thanks for joining, guys. Peace.